The history of yachting over the last 50 years has been enriched and coloured by some incredible names. The Rembrandts, Picassos and Salvador Dalis of the industry who have created works of art that every yacht aficionado is familiar with. One of the greatest of those names was yacht design and construction firm Camper and Nicholsons, who through the decades have produced some of the world's most iconic super yachts. Every so often though, a hidden masterpiece comes to light, a yacht lesser known than those found hanging in the galleries of Saint-Tropez and Monte Carlo. Berzinc is one such rare example. This yacht was designed by Camper and Nicholsons, but it was built by one of Spain's greatest yacht builders, Astilleros De Mallorca. Berzinc was actually delivered in 1977 and certainly would have been considered one of the world's most significant super yachts of her time. She was launched under the name of Cleopatra. 147 feet long and with a beam of 24 feet, she cruises comfortably at 12 knots, has a maximum speed of 14 knots and a range of 3,500 nautical miles at 10 knots. These MTU 4000 series engines, when well maintained, will just keep on going and going for real world cruising capacity. Let's take a look around Berzinc in more detail though to fully appreciate what this yacht for sale has to offer. Guests will be welcomed on board and greeted in the aft deck of the yacht. It's an unusual layout on this particular vessel with two slightly curved sofas and a central table. It works well, giving plenty of free floor space. From here, a central door leads through to a particularly large main lounge. You may have noticed from the exterior footage that there are no side decks on the main deck of the yacht, and the advantage of this is that it does gain so much space for the inside. The interiors are light and airy. They have a very fresh and clean feel to them, and that dark wood flooring contrasts beautifully with the light furnishings and cabinetry. Up to 10 people can eat inside on board around this large table, and I have to say that it's very well positioned, since just the other side of the door is the yacht's galley. Now this really is a testimony to the designer. I've seen modern yachts with a similar length, but with galleys almost half the size. This is a good, functional area that a yacht chef can work well in to the best of his ability. Forward of the main lounge and walking past the dayhead is of course the master stateroom. This area too benefits from the lack of side decks and stretches across the entire beam of the vessel. Again, with a clean, fresh decor that was a genuine pleasure to behold. The doors either side of the bedhead lead to a large master bathroom and a walk-in wardrobe that once again seem to belong to a far newer super yacht. Moving down a particularly stylish curved stairwell, we find 4 guest staterooms. This is a very functional yacht, and actually we'll talk about that a little later. The guest staterooms are symmetrically arranged with 2 double cabins and 2 singles, each one with an extra Pullman bunk, so that the yacht actually has a capacity for 12 guests if necessary. Needless to say, each one of these cabins has a well-appointed ensuite bathroom. and from below deck to the upper deck, where a cosy sky lounge is located, along with a bridge that's built for business with every conceivable instrument and equipment that would make a captain and his crew face any ocean with confidence. Now, if you think that Berzinc looks remarkable for a yacht that was launched in 1977, there is a good reason for that. Just as the old masterpieces from time to time need to be taken down from the museum wall and given a good cleaning, so too classic yachts from time to time need a good refit and restoration. In fact, Berzinc from 2004 to 2007 was completely rebuilt at the Balk shipyard in Holland. She was given a new keel, new flybridge, new engines. The interiors were completely renewed to give this new, fresh, modern appearance that she has today. All of the equipment was upgraded, really bringing this masterpiece into the 21st century. Now, she even has zero-speed fin stabilizers. Moving to the exterior of the yacht, it becomes clear that Berzinc was built for people to enjoy the outside spaces. I've often said that yacht design is about some level of compromise. If you want lots of deck space, that will of course eat into the interior space. And if you want huge interior volume, you're unlikely to be able to enjoy the decks so much. This yacht has wonderful spaces. The sun deck was actually an improvement made in that refit I was talking about. It's a great area for sunbathing, for having a snack, or for just sitting and reading a book as the world passes you by in their more regular and less unique boats. Moving down the deck, we find a simply huge boat deck. Actually so big that the main tender, which is over 6 meters long, as well as a 3.5 meter second tender and 2 jet skis can be stowed here without in any way encroaching on the area dedicated to a large dining table that, in my opinion, will be the table of choice for most dinners, both formal and casual on board. The capacity for water toys on board is quite remarkable on Berzinc. Apart from the units we've just mentioned, there are also 2 sailing dinghies at the bow and space in the transom garage for even more small toys. The pièce de résistance, though, has to be the enormous storage locker on the port side forward. Incredibly, there is a Polaris FIB stored in here. That's a small flying boat. The captain explained to me that this particular toy might not be for everybody, so he pointed out that the 2 jet skis currently on the boat deck would fit in that forward locker too. I must spare a word for the captain and his crew. Now, this video, of course, is to promote the yacht that's for sale, but it's been such a pleasure filming with such a professional and friendly captain. He has literally sailed the 7 seas. His career you could write a book about, and now he is the curator of this astonishing work of art. He's cared for her, he's maintained her, and now she's ready for her next custodian. Often when I view these classic yachts, I do get very enthusiastic about their history and about their heritage, but then my heart drops when I hear the asking price, because sometimes what can happen is that an owner can become so in love with the vessel, they put a price that's so high it will simply never sell. Berzinc is different though. This is a vessel that has all those great attributes of a world cruising gentleman's yacht, but with a sensible asking price. Now, if you're watching this video and you are interested in the purchase of Berzinc, you can do no better than contacting the man who's been given the responsibility by the owner to sell the yacht. That's not me, by the way, it's a colleague of mine called Ed Dickinson, and we'll be putting his contact details on screen immediately after one final viewing of a rare work of art called Berzinc.